Hello YouTubers, this is Describe and thank you for watching this YouTube video. Now, everybody knows what I thought about the Chris Chibnall era of Doctor Who and also Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. However, having said everything I had previously said in other videos about being glad that she was leaving, it was probably a great thing and stuff like that, and pretty much enjoying myself while making those videos. I will say that her performance in this recent series, in the recent season, has been much better than the previous seasons. I don't remember seeing anybody who had the same opinion as me actually mentioning that she performed pretty well in the last season. They dropped the Family Guy, she was part of a fam. I mean, nobody ever liked that. And they took out a number of different themes that are political. And it seemed to me that they just got down to the gritty of storytelling. I mean, there's probably still some politics within the show, but it wasn't at all obvious, the politics. It wasn't quite as in your face as the previous seasons, where she was just turning to the camera and just giving, the lowdown of do's and don'ts, especially to, males and stuff like that, the people she didn't like. And it really annoyed certain fans of Doctor Who, and it, helped them to walk away. I do feel that in this last season she's been kind of unfairly rated. I don't think it's her worst season by far. I really believe that that was possibly her best performance since she's been on the show. Now that may not sound like much, but coming from somebody like me who was, I mean, let's be honest, I was probably worse than, a lot of the Doctor Who fans out there, in giving her grief. I mean, I was really going at it. Even from the beginning, I had a trailer that said she wasn't a doctor, and she's some type of imposter, and that the Rosa Parks things should never have been done. Not in the typical political climate we have with BLM. It should never have been done because these people getting wound up to smash their own cities up, and the Doctor Who episode is just saying you guys are this race and everybody over here hates you, and I don't think it really helped anybody making Doctor Who episodes like that, even though they're virtue signaling how great they are, how great the BBC actually is, and how terrible all the viewers are, and all these people over here, all these white people, just awful people. I mean, that's basically what it was saying. Every single white person would be, racist if it wasn't for Doctor Who, or, the fact that they're told not to do it. No, it doesn't work that way. Most people are not bad people. And I think it's time that the production team of Doctor Who and other BBC programs actually realise that, especially coming from you guys, the BBC. You have a very shady past, Savile and all that. There's some very, very odd past going on with you guys at the, that ring, whatever you call it. The thing is, I did feel that I was watching the Doctor to some point. To some point it felt like she was a doctor, although Chris Chibnall did steal my idea eventually. Her floating in the air and giving do's and don'ts. That's kind of what she actually did in the episode 3 of series 13. But it was an improvement. Even Yaz and the others, they weren't so much in your face anymore. The story wasn't about racism. I mean, that really annoyed me in the previous season. The enemy was racist. You notice that guy was flying around with a teleport and he was racist, and everybody was bad. The Trump guy and all this nonsense that they put in, and it really put off so many people from watching that show. I mean, I wasn't that excited to actually watch it. I was just watching it for the train wreck that was going on. And then I was surprised. I thought, well, where's the politics in this? I can't really. Well, I mean, I could see politics, but I mean, it's just not obvious. It's not. It was kind of like Chris Chibnall thought, you know what? I've got six episodes to make this season. I might as well just get on with the story. Did I think the story was bad? No. I mean, a lot of people don't like the fact that they're retconning the Doctor Who series. To be fair, you know, Doctor Who is written sort of backwards. So, you know, it starts off somewhere in the future, you know, 50 odd years in the future, and they keep on writing forwards as they're writing the history from backwards. So the fact that the Doctor Who could have more history, or you could have further regenerations, or a previous life on a different planet somewhere else is neither here nor there to me. I mean, some fans don't like it. I did actually mention that something like this could be done with the Doctor, an old-time Gallifreyan. Maybe there was, you know, Society of Time Lords long before this this Gallifrey existed, and you know there was, but you know the things like the Doctor's TARDIS not being able to read old-time Gallifreyan was interesting to me. But I think they retcon it in the wrong way, sort of as well. It should be down to Gallifrey. Maybe they, you know, they come from a different planet or something. You know, and they sort of were. They came to Gallifrey, and some turned into Time Lords, and some had previous been somewhere else. I mean, that's a possibility. But the fact that she was found looking at this, you know, pillars and in a different universe. Well, it's a mystery. I mean, the good thing he did was he didn't actually retcon the series. He actually didn't. What he did was he left the thing open to suggestion. And basically, you can't really do much with a story like that, where you're completely changing the history and you're introducing a new theme to the whole Doctor Who show. I mean, the fact that the Doctor Who isn't Gallifreyan, by the looks of it. I mean, she could be, but wasn't from Gallifrey. It's a possibility. Because of that possibility, it changes the show dramatically. But Chris Chibnall didn't actually go too far as to reveal a messed up plot, which is the danger of doing that, and having, you know, she's from this planet over here. Big deal. So what? Instead, he kept the questions open, and she didn't open the fob watch that would reveal all her past lives. And obviously, that's part of the series now. And I never have a problem with, the Doctor being a woman. I never actually had an issue with the Doctor being a woman, although I did take the piss out of it. My point with the Doctor being this particular person was that I don't think feminism should invade the show and destroy the show. You know, you don't want the series being dictated by political activists who, for whatever reason, hate certain types of people. And when I say hate, I mean some of them do. They actually hate people. It doesn't do any good for the show. It doesn't do any good for Jodie. It doesn't do any good for anybody watching. And the people who were suggesting that the team should actually do this in the first place start to drop away. You know, they weren't watching the show. They just said, you know, do this and do this, and you know, they gave them a bit of a round of applause on Twitter. You know, the odd, Jack and Joe on Twitter. You know, saying, you know, if you don't do this, we might write a nasty comment about you on Twitter. You know, somebody who's not even known on Twitter, you know, writing a nasty comment about you is not really such a big deal, but according to people like Chibnall, it practically was, and that's why he went as far as making 2 terrible series of Doctor Who. I mean, I did enjoy, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy certain aspects of the first 2 series of Jodie Whittaker. I thought some of them were funny, and I thought there was a few good episodes. I mean, the one with the mirror I thought was pretty good, although it was a bit pathetic in certain parts. And I thought the idea behind it, the premise was good. Okay, not the politics, the premise of the actual idea of going into another universe and there being a powerful being that can control certain things. I thought that was good. And there was the other one, which was, well, I mean, this series itself, this new season, I didn't really see a bad episode. I mean, not one that I could actually come down and say this is just absolutely fucking terrible. I mean, I didn't. I mean, many people online have been criticising Jodie Whittaker's performance and Doctor Who. You know, being a Doctor Who and Chris Chibnall saying they hate him and all that. You're not actually telling the truth fully, are you? I mean, there's some of it you are trolling. I mean, it's trolling because they get rid of most of the politics and you're still saying the same shit. Right? So I know part of me knows you're trolling, and you know, once Jodie Whittaker vanishes, your whole channel and your whole being on YouTube is just based on Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall. I mean, they've owned you. Basically, they've owned you. That's why I barely did a video about Jodie's Doctor or Chris Chibnall. I mean, I took a piss once or twice and I left it as that. And the reason why is I didn't want to feed them my energy, because I don't think they deserved at that time any of my energy. If they're, you know, writing shows like that and creating an absolute train wreck of a previous season of TV that I actually once enjoyed and loved, I felt they destroyed it. However, the ideas and premise behind the last season was absolutely bang on. It's something I would probably write. And I actually said that a number of years ago on a different channel I subscribed now years ago, and I mentioned, you know, the Doctor could have a past history, like I said before, you know, maybe not completely from Gallifrey. And I even had a word with That's the Way It Goes many years ago about this. This is not new. This is not new in the production of Doctor Who. It's not new in the fans' minds of Doctor Who. We did think that there was an old-time Gallifreyan society long before Gallifrey. When I say old-time Gallifrey, they weren't actually from Gallifrey. They're from some type of other place, and they've inhabited Gallifrey somehow. It was always something that we actually mentioned that they could actually expand the show history with. And was it a well done job? He didn't damage the show too much. Let's just put it that way. The last season did. I thought the two enemies were pretty good. You know, the woman alien and the man alien, I thought they were pretty powerful. And it wasn't all about sexism either. You know, this time the Doctor wasn't going, "Ah, you sexist bastards." She was just, it just felt like she was just getting on with it and trying her best in that last season. So I will credit her performance and give it a 7 out of 10. The first season was about 2 out of 10. The season after that, the second season, was about 1 out of 10. This season was 7 out of 10 for her performance. The storylines were pretty good. I like the trick or treat idea, and you know, roll on RT Davies, see if we can actually fix the show. Because there's a lot of damage that's been actually done. I mean, there's some fans just don't like Jodie Whittaker. They don't like Jodie Whittaker. They don't like Chris Chibnall. I don't hate either of them, but they don't like him. And the reason why they don't like him is because he's completely destroyed the show as far as they're concerned. And it's very difficult to actually fix a show that's been damaged in this way that they loved. But anyway, I've waffled on a bit, and I'm going to make some more videos about certain things later, so keep an eye out for it, and thank you for watching. Goodbye for now. See you later. Bye bye.